Welcome.
Well, I had an opener, but Elsie wanted to do it, so there we go. Well, this one won't be getting monetized anytime soon. Happy
Why?
Labor Day, everybody.
You can't move or anything. It's just, I don't know what the fuck.
Sometimes you just
Got-
gotta blow it out and do what you're gonna do, right, Elsie?
Rock and roll, man.
Mm-hmm. Nice to see Ryan taking the public library seriously. And yeah, there was another Dark Victory done by Tim Sale. You might look at that. Also, Octagon.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, I've got those. I've got the dark those dark.
Well, what he's looking at there is Tim Sale in Dark Victory. But now
Okay.
he also did. Or what are you?
Can
What
we
is
see
what
the
is the book
cover,
you're looking
Tim?
at?
Can I see the cover?
It's
No, that's
The Long Halloween,
Oh.
rather. Yeah.
Oh, long
But there's
Halloween,
also
yeah.
another one called Dark Victory. Tim Sale. Yeah.
What do you think the artwork in this?
I've only picked up a few of the floppies, and I really haven't looked at them because they're every one of those. And the same thing with Dark Victory, it has black sensitive covers, so you really don't want to.
Mm,
I like Tim Sale stuff. I have not personally looked at this. It's looks a little truncated to me.
yeah, like I like it. It's cool. It fits the mood. You
Right.
know. But like, I wonder if if
Hey,
it looks
Mark.
a little, like you said, truncated, a little rushed.
Right. Well, and then when I look at something like this, I go, "Ooh, Frank Miller." Is that a nice assessment, or is that?
It's very Frank Miller-esque. Yeah.
'Cause I mean, Frank
A
Miller
little
would
bit,
do
yeah.
the same thing,
Mm.
in a lot of instances.
The only thing I have a problem with, I think, with Tim Sale is he gets a little cartoony in the faces for me every now and again.
Yeah,
But
some of
and
I
it's
like
know you don't
very
like that.
cartoony.
I know
I
you
like the
don't
way
like
he does
that. With,
Batman, though. I love the
you don't like
long,
Bruce
pointy
Timm.
horns. And,
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
He likes the big Batman ears there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Batman looks really cool. I
Catwoman's
like
not
the
no
too
shadow.
bad.
silhouette stuff. But
you,
like,
you don't have to. You don't have to worry about him anymore. He's passed away.
I know, God
Shadow.
rest his soul.
Hey, Caleb.
Oh,
And
I
I
had
like.
no idea.
I wonder, like, how people take it. Like, is it because like you could put out a lot more. You could put out a lot more books. Like, if it's okay to simplify things, to truncate it, to not like have to have like so much detail, like with the interiors. Like, if people like don't mind it, you know what I mean? Like, where.
Well,
I'd worry if this was like an independent book, like if people would be like, "Oh, well, the art's just
Scott
not up to
McDonald
par."
would kind of do that with his style too. I don't know if you've seen Scott McDonald. He did a lot of Nightwing. He did way back in like '93.
He did some Daredevils. Daredevils.
Did he?
Did
Oh,
some
okay.
Daredevils. He did a two issue Elektra series back around that time, about 93. Um,
I might even have that.
but I got a bunch of the Nightwings on trade paperback, and that's where I saw most of his stuff. Most like I like
Joker's
his
a little
style.
cartoony, but I mean, he's supposed to be, you know.
Yeah, I know you got a problem with that with like Bruce Timm and stuff, so it's kind of hit and miss with you. I really, I mean,
No,
I
I'm
would
saying the
say
Joker I like because I mean
I
he's
would
No,
supposed to have
but
that
see,
kind of
Shadow.
cartoony kind of look anyway.
Sometimes Shadow, that's a person's art style. I mean, they can't help it. You
Oh
know,
no,
it's the way they.
I not
That's kind of me.
criticizing. I'm
You know.
just saying every now and again some
No,
of
I
the faces
understand.
are a little too cartoony for me.
Hmm.
And
I'm
sometimes
wondering
you like
like
it, sometimes you don't.
Hmm.
if like a truncated style is okay. Like if I could like maybe develop something like that, like for the next Octagon, like where like I don't I'm not like spending 3 to 5 days on a page,
No doubt.
Right, and kind of economize your
like.
number of strokes.
Or if like people are going to be like, no, this looks phoned in, this looks truncated, I mean, when you're
I,
when you're Frank Miller, you're Tim Sale, you can get away with it, because people know,
right. You know
because
what? I
you're.
mean, you could always put like a little backup story or something in Octagon 2 and try, the other style with a backup story, see how people react to it.
Right, that's a good idea.
Because it's cool if you can pull it off. I think it'll be fine. It's just a matter of if you don't pull it up quite right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
a lot of people go to it. I mean, I would say John Byrne did. He instead of full pencils, he went to inking his
Uh-oh.
own stuff, a shortcut. And
Sorry, guys,
it,
I got to mute for a second.
it's hit or miss, I guess, depending on the project or what he was doing. And you have artists like Elsie was saying, like Alex Toth or who else? Let's see.
Sometimes Rex, even if you, a lot of those artists kind of go towards they do Archies, they do Caspers, they did, back in the day, if they were more cartoony, man, they'd put them in the right genre, and then if you could do more of a detailed person, they'd slap, it seemed to me like they'd use you in that realm, but maybe not.
Oh, Rex, I got some red marker. I went and got my red markers and
Cool.
worked on this.
Okay. I'm on another screen here. Just had to save this file. There we go.
Ooh.
Let me turn the light off, see if that makes it better.
He's been at work. I just don't understand how he didn't get any spots on those goggles.
Yeah, I don't really have any spots like the neck up.
Because he's very neat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he's kind of tall, so the blood splatter, doesn't make it all.
I figured he'd be bending over, looking in there, and
Yeah, maybe you should have some spots up here. What do you think?
Not a lot. He doesn't have to have a lot. Maybe just like a squirt, hit him in the face.
Well, the spots are not what are really important, right? It's the look of the character. Now, sure, we can put zebra stripes and tiger stripes on him and make it hard to discern what's going on. But
we ain't taking LSD now.
In fact, I don't think I would have went this much with the blood splatter. But Ryan's doing this piece, so
I like it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Tasteful amount of gore.
It looks like he just performed not so, maybe multiple operations.
Well, see, I thought that's why he was wearing the goggles, to keep blood out of his eyes. That's why I thought he was wearing them, So he was like, in the ripping something to pieces,
We'll
cutting
say
it.
hi to everybody in the
When he's
chat.
squirting, when those arteries
Hey,
squirt.
Crooked.
All at once, so we don't have to do it again. Crooked Painter, hi. Angels of the
Hi.
Renaissance, Ralph, hello. We got Marv in the house. Hey,
Yeah,
Marv.
Marv.
We got Ethereal Dragon in the house. Hello.
Angels.
Come
Yep,
on
Ralph.
in.
Yeah.
Let's have a Labor Day party. Come on, guys.
Okay. Good
Rock and roll.
suggestion, Elsie. I'll just put the StreamYard link right out there. We've got, hey, I'm paying for StreamYard. We might as well use it, right?
You need
There you go,
money,
man.
Of course, we're stepping on each other right now, but we could add more. Sure.
We'll just run all over the place.
Definitely
There's a
getting
little
my
bit of
money's
blood
worth
on
in.
its goggles there.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just a
Oh,
little
yeah.
indication. Yeah.
That's great. See, he didn't need to be overdone.
He
Perfect.
wasn't born. He was birthed out the birth canal, complete with scalpel and saw.
Looked to me like he was hacking
Come out
something to pieces.
sideways.
Yeah,
One of
just
my
get 'em
favorite
out.
jokes of all time.
His
One of
mama
my
was a
favorite
trooper.
jokes.
That was
Yeah.
a heck of a
A
C-section.
Starship Trooper.
We'll call him C-section.
Oh,
Okay, we
dude.
won't do that,
Oh,
and we won't
Dr.
ever
K.
mention that again. Thank
That's Dr. K. Okay.
When I
Yeah.
I was in there for my wife's C-section, I was behind the curtain. And
Oh.
then when the
Mhm.
baby was out, they let me like come around the curtain and cut the umbilical.
Wow.
And when I like came around the curtain, I was shocked. Like, oh my god, like there was so much blood everywhere. Like it looked like the worst
Oh.
murder
Oh,
scene
dude, yeah, it's
you could
crazy. Isn't it?
imagine.
I can't imagine a C-section. I was in there when my children were born, but I wasn't in there with no C-section.
I was by her head, like, and her head is like behind a curtain, so she can't like watch anything,
Yeah.
And
That's
then the baby's out, and then like I get to come around and cut the umbilical, and then like I see like just the aftermath of it, and there was so much blood everywhere. I couldn't believe it.
I know
Yeah.
too many people that would fall out in the floor, brother.
Yeah.
I worked in the ER, man. Blood didn't bother me. It was sounds.
As long as it's not coming out of me, it doesn't.
Right.
You know, make me
Right.
dizzy
There you
or
go,
anything.
Shadow.
I think
If
it's
I'm
way
if I'm
different.
pumping blood out, I get a little ooh.
We're good.
Like if
Yeah,
it's
that's
not your
good.
loved one, if it's not your loved one or something, like I think it's like way different,
Mm.
Like you can handle a lot more like when it's your loved one.
Oh, for sure, dude. Yeah, like if you just walked up on a stranger and found, all that blood and stuff in front of you, you'd lose
Oh
your
yeah,
shit.
I probably
You
would
know?
have fainted.
Like, holy crap. I know I would.
Might try
There
to
we go.
help him a little bit, as long as I wouldn't
Well,
get
yeah, but I
shot.
mean, the first thing I would do though is kind of lose my shit to just the amount of
Yeah,
blood
like,
and stuff, and
whoa.
then be like, "Is this person still alive? Can we help him?" You know?
Yeah.
Good suggestion, Elsie. I like it with the blood on the face. It looks good.
Yeah.
I mean, it would just be natural that it would have to be there with all that was on him,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at least a drop or two.
I didn't plan on this much blood. Like it's just like it was like during the stream, and we're talking, and I'm just working away, and
Dude, that made him look so wicked, man. He looks so wicked right now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wicked.
He definitely screams evil doctor. That's
Yes,
for sure.
definitely. That's a good character, Rex.
Yeah, he turned out nice. Huh?
Yeah.
Usually I don't. Usually I don't get a name to come with it, but Dr. K came into my head, and I said, okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Hey, it works,
names
it works.
pop into my head as well. So
Every once in a while, he leaves a K in their body carved into him. K.
no.
Or his first
How
name
about
starts with
no?
an O.
How
Then he can
about
be
no?
okay.
Oh, crooked.
Well, about
Not all
nothing.
of Elsie's suggestions are good suggestions.
It's called brainstorming, man. You don't take every one of them.
Yeah, yeah. You got to separate the the wheat from the chaff, Rex.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I love this. When the genie
Okay.
says no infinite wishes, so I wish for him to have short term memory loss and just keep reminding him I still have 3 wishes.
Right.
That's not a bad idea.
That's a good one.
It's a way to beat the system.
That's a way to beat the system, right? Unlimited
Everybody's
wishes.
trying, man. Everybody's trying.
Got to look for those angles.
Well,
It's trying to beat
some
us.
people try.
We're just getting easy.
That reminds me
I don't
of
know.
a
This
dad
just
joke I just heard.
this just doesn't quite work for me.
No.
You want to hear
Orange
my
Man
dad
is
joke?
bad. No,
Somebody needs to get shot. Man, it's not.
oh, and I definitely
Ooh.
had some
Ooh.
ideas about Croc Bog here.
Croc Bob.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do my own Croc Bog somewhat to
Oh, I like this.
show you
I
kind
like
of
this.
what I had in
Cool,
mind.
man. Cool, man.
I started this on the draw stream on Saturday.
Saturday night. Yep.
I'm gonna have to pop out and come back and picking up that though over here.
Okay, we're not, but you are, I guess. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Add more blood, as the real dragon says.
More blood? Did I miss the spot?
That character looks sick, Ralph says.
That's awesome.
From the demented imagination of Rex.
I would say, we talked about like a collar around his neck, that his claws kind of popped out to his hands, out of like, and then have the foliage on his forearms and wrist,
Mm-hmm.
like his claws just popped out of the greenery.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. His claws are popping out of the greenery.
Well, I mean, some of it's got to be reptile, some of it's got to be roots and bog, right? Otherwise, you're just drawing a lizard man, right? So it needs to be a combo. So I would say put the greenery and moss on his forearms, and the claws being reptile, almost like they popped out of the greenery. Same thing with the head. You got the collar of greenery around his neck.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If
the mane.
Would you buy French fries for a movie? I don't know, man. Maybe.
Those look like potato sticks.
Okay, always be contrary. They look like McDonald's French fries to me. Restaurant size fries. I actually
Meet you
can get those.
halfway.
Yeah.
Meet you halfway.
Well, pickup.
McDonald's
in no way look like pickup sticks to me.
I'm talking about, the potato sticks.
I know
Potato
exactly.
sticks.
I ate them. I've had some probably this year already. Yes, I
did?
continue to buy them. I've eaten them since a kid. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. But that looks like French fries to me and not pickup sticks.
Well, you said pickup sticks.
I don't know. When you come on, my mind just goes, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'm sorry, I'll be quiet.
Sheldon, hey, Sheldon. Oh my God. No, you don't have to shut up. Just do your thing. Do your shtick or whatever you're doing. I haven't figured it out yet. Yeah.
Wow. Hey, Eric. Sheldon. Good to see you guys.
So, warning, these brownies are for shits and giggles. Some have laxatives, some have pot. Eat one, give it 30 minutes, and you'll know which is which.
Oh.
Eat 'em all.
It's a dangerous game.
Eat them all.
Yeah. Then you can be high with diarrhea. I don't know. Some of those pot brownies, you don't want to eat like a whole bunch of them.
Mm-mm.
No, edible. Knock your dingus in the dirt.
Here
Yeah.
is an unfortunate happening for that
Oh,
church,
man.
Community Baptist Church. Yeah.
Even
Oh.
those are pretty bad, brother. Have you ever been to one, brother?
A
A
communist
communist
church? No.
church, or what are we
No, a
talking about?
community Baptist. Have you ever been
No,
to
I
one?
haven't, and I have no desire to go to one. But
They'll have their one verse up on the wall.
they'll have one verse up on the wall. Okay, that's very
Yeah,
profound.
and they
Thank
kind
you
of
for
go
that.
by that. Yeah, they go by that.
Tony
and then,
Stark went once, and he wound up with iron deficiency.
My
Ah.
goodness.
Wah, wah.
Almost looks like a Star Wars.
Yeah.
That was worse than my dad joke I was going to say.
Well, this one's even worse. Black
Oh, God.
Panther. Actually, pretty cool cosplay. Black Pink Panther.
Yeah. Okay, that's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's badass. I like it.
I wouldn't want to meet her in a dark alley.
Well, no, she might give you the, shtick.
The poke.
Today's birthdays, Yvonne DiCarlo,
Oh,
Who's that?
from the Munsters, played Lily.
yeah, Lily, right? Yeah.
If
Also
you
in the
said
Ten
Lily, I
Commandments
would have
back-
known who it was.
Born in 1922, died in 2007 at age 84.
Pretty good run.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Not bad if you can get into your 80s, especially these days.
Yeah, she was in the Ten Commandments. Remember, she was Moses' wife, Charlton
Oh, yeah,
Heston's
that's
wife.
right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Couple of
I just
contrast
finished watching
roles.
some Addams Family. Yeah,
Yeah, I like
F-
what's her face? Adam's Family a little bit better. The actress that played Morticia.
right. Lily Tomlin's birthday today. She's 86 years old.
Yeah.
Really?
Love this character, the phone woman.
Yeah, operator.
Mm-hmm. Operator.
She was pretty funny back in the day. I don't know. She's gotten a little bit political lately.
Well, she was on Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In, 69, 73, and for Netflix, Grace and Frankie. I never watched that
Yep.
from 2015 to 2022. Rocky Marciano's birthday. Held the world heavyweight title from 1952 to 56 and finished
Yep.
undefeated. Remembered for his relentless fighting style and for one of the greatest heavyweight boxers of all time. He passed in 1969 from a plane crash, died at 45. How about that?
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Wasn't aware of that.
Imagine that plane crash wasn't no fun.
Yeah, plane crashes are usually.
Yeah.
Wasn't Rocky the one that was the Great White Hope?
I think he inspired that movie, Raging Bull, I think.
Okay. Yesterday was Foghorn Leghorn's birthday
Oh,
in his first cartoon in 1946.
I was going to say, I bet you he's getting up there.
Yeah, 1946. That's almost, 80 years? Something like that?
Yeah.
I wonder if that chicken hawk, little Henry Hawk, ever grew up.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Give him 80 years, he ought to be, you know, at least in geriatric age by now, along with
I think he
Foghorn.
was.
Sign up and receive a launch notification on September 3rd, says Peter Smitty, for King Cryptid. It's going to and Blood Moon graphic novel. So he's sending it over to Fund My Comic, I believe. Or no, it's Kickstarter. So apparently Kickstarter.
Oh.
Or at least the link's taking me to Kickstarter.
I love how he draws that King Cryptid. It looks very good. Very, very good. Very good.
Yeah, and you can get the ketchup over there at Alterna for like less than $1 a book. You can get caught up.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
How does he make any money doing that? Probably just wants more readers, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, you'd almost take a loss.
I mean, that's basically it. Now, here's a stipple pen that would be pretty cool, Ryan, to try out. We'll have to try and find one of these things. Like a little sewing machine.
Yeah, a little tattoo gun.
Mm-hmm. That'd have its
Stippling
uses.
Vaughn needs one of those.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Probably has
And
one.
it seems to be Cutalola brand or name. Eric and Boyd in the house. Hey, Eric.
What's up, Eric?
Marcy only. Oni was only 185 pounds, but he was a wrecking machine. He would be outboxed, but win by knockout eventually from bursting their body arms and shoulders. Busting. Okay.
The stippler comes.
The stippler. Yeah. Well, you know, some people would say, you know, that might be a cheat. But I don't look at it that way.
I don't know. I think it'd be fun to play around with anyway. See what you can do.
Yeah. My motto is adapt or die.
Dude, that's a good motto these days. With technology changing so rapidly.
Yeah.
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 You
Keep
are
learning
Mark.
that.
What would you do if you woke up and you answered the phone and the person on the other end said, "You are marked for extinction"?
I would probably get nervous.
Just give me
Well,
your
you say
address. I'll be
so
over
is
in
whoever
5
you
minutes.
send to extinct me.
Hey, Apex. Yeah, I'll show you some extinction.
Hail Apex.
And if you're a woman,
Oh,
I'll show
hey,
you some extension. Oh, Homer's not here, so I have to make up for his earliness. Or do I?
Or do I?
Or do I?
Do it.
Well, welcome to September, by the way.
Yeah, the first. Hey, on streaming ribbon in the house.
First and the only. How about that?
That's the only person.
Duel at Diablo, 1966. There's a Western I haven't seen. And that's even got Dennis Weaver in it. Oh, Chester. I was watching him on Gunsmoke today a little bit. James Garner, Sidney Poitier. I don't think I've seen that one before.
Oi, oi, Carrie.
Oi Savaloy.
Hello, Gary.
Hey, Omen.
Gary.
Yes, it's official. First of the month. Hey. It's Fat Albert. And Shadowhawk's going to sing a song for you.
Nope.
Well, I had to try. Shadow.
Maybe he might play one for you, but he's not going to sing one for you.
Perhaps.
Don Stroud's birthday today. You might not know him by name, but you'll probably know his face, Shadowhawk.
Oh, hey, Rex. Omen doesn't have a wrench yet.
Oh, no. Well, that's a different look for him.
Nice catch there, the Ethereal Dragon.
I guess there was only two. Let's see. Richard Gere's birthday was yesterday. He's 76. And James Coburn's birthday would have been yesterday. I meant to say that. So I meant to ask you, was Sleepy Hollow a good movie from 1999? Did you like Sleepy Hollow?
I liked it.
Yeah,
I
it was
don't
pretty
think
good.
it was. Yeah, I don't think it was spectacular, but it was pretty good.
Okay. Well, I've just never seen it. So, hey, Ro.
If you like
and
Tim Burton,
Pete
you'll
in the
like it.
hmm
Very Tim Burton.
And I pretty much love everything that Christopher Walken does anyway.
So you don't have a problem that he might be implicated in the death of Natalie Wood? Just wondering.
You got to
It is
balance
what
the
it
issue.
is.
He's been in a lot of really good movies. I mean, what did Natalie do, really? She couldn't even swim.
Oh,
Ouch.
hey, wow. That you're going overboard with that one. Oh,
Hey,
man.
might as well get a little controversial this weekend. Why not?
Sure, why not? I mean, I've
Why
been
not?
controversial my whole life. Just ask my mother. Oh, but
That's right.
I'm glad I refrained from my dad joke. It wouldn't have fit in well with this conversation.
Mm-hmm. Well, we tried.
Oh,
Charles Bronson's birthday. Well, no, not his birthday. He died on August 30th, 2003.
What's up?
So,
Usually here we just go all white.
Sucks.
Just go all white. Look at this polygon.
I once asked my mother who she thought was the actor that she liked the best, and she said Charles Bronson, which really surprised me. I was like, whoa, I didn't see that coming. Not at all. Working on anything, Elsie? Or are you just kind of hanging?
I'm just looking through these books, you know.
Oh, Marshall Rogers Batman. Hell yeah. Now that's
Hey, Raul and T.
that's the Batman Spectacular done by Marshall Rogers and Terry Austin in
Ooh,
1978.
that looks cool.
Yeah.
And look how good
Yeah.
that
Now,
artwork
I had a question. Do you know who might have worked on that?
Dick Ayers, maybe. I mean, I can look it up. I don't know if it would. It's, there was also Larry Lieberman, that Stan Lee's brother. They only had a few issues of that. No more than 4.
That girl's face in the foreground there looks familiar. It looks like somebody, but I can't place the name right now.
Jack Kirby, the Demon. Yeah, and look at that. That is a major cover error. Look at the dialogue was left out.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
It was supposed to be printed in a different color, and they left it out. And Elsie said, "I never saw that before."
I did. You're right.
Rex knows comics. That's
That's
about
for
all
sure.
he knows. That's about all he knows. But
Forgotten
something
more than
about
I'll ever know.
I would
Oh,
say
okay. I got that one.
Bob,
Pretty cool.
I think Bob McLeod might have. Hold that back up.
White.
I don't know. Forget
Bob
about it.
White.
Action comic.
Yeah, always. Sometimes I'd buy this for the Atom backup feature.
The creature on the cover. I was working on these right here because I remember y'all talking about new Cull coming out.
Cool, right?
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, that looks like a John Severin cover to me there,
I
for
think
sure.
John and Marie worked
or
on it.
Marie
They
too.
both-
Yeah, brother and sister. I think
Yeah.
you're correct there. Yeah, those are early Culls.
1972. 53 years old.
Is that 19 or 20? What issue number is that, Commandy?
It's number 6.
Okay, 6. Okay.
Lion Men got him.
Yeah, John Byrne, Fantastic Four.
You
Love that
know, I
run.
learned from you, Rex. I learned from you, brother. You said, hey, John Byrne,
Uh-huh.
get his work.
I actually had an acetate plate to that cover that I sewed.
Cool.
That's the one that has kind of dual layer on it.
Dead.
Yes, Ethereal. I think Cull is supposed to be like Conan's grandfather or something like that.
Yeah, he's like, he precedes Conan. He's an ancestor of Conan. And then just as Solomon Kane is related to Conan and Cull as well, but many centuries later. Great Gil Kane covers. Man, that guy can design covers. Just packs so much into a small little cover.
Yeah. I loved his run on
I like
the
this.
Morbius book was great.
Yeah, that's Gil Kane cover.
Like you said, he could pack it in, boy.
Yeah, looks like, I mean, and I think he did his best work for Marvel, you know.
Here's a hard one to find in any decent shape.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. And that's,
I got the
guess,
photograph. I've got Jack Adler's photography that made this cover. Not this one. But they're still
Yeah.
hard to find.
Yeah,
in good
and
shape.
when you do, they're expensive. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, sometimes if you look at enough auctions, you can find somebody that
Sure.
because you taught me, look at the guys with hardly any feedback.
Well, you've been a
Two.
good student. You know, you've turned it to your advantage and gotten just amazing stuff.
And this has been over the years, man. You think I could collect this stuff like in a year, unless
Right.
I was a millionaire,
Right. It takes a while. Yeah.
to get good ones? I mean, you notice that you don't see these covers ripped and
Oh
you
yeah,
know what I
those things
mean?
are nice.
I love the Solomon Kane movie, Eric.
Look at this baby here.
Is that a good
Look at
one?
this guy.
Yeah, I'll check that out.
Wait a
Solomon
minute.
Kane movie.
Hit the wrong button.
I've been trying to revisit like underrated films.
Is that a
That's
Bernie
Bernie
Wrightson there?
cover.
I forget. Yeah.
Yes, yes, it is.
Oh, there you go.
He might be standing there.
Yeah. Drew himself in there. I've got a copy of that one. Titano.
Pretty cool.
These were reprints in the early 70s of the old Atlas stuff that so many times Ditko and Kirby were doing. Like, nice Jim Aparo cover there. Superboy. I don't think I've ever seen that one. Star Hunters, that was very short-lived for DC Comics. Probably canceled in
Yeah,
1978, along with a lot of other stuff.
pretty cool art, though.
Yep.
At least on the cover, you know.
Mhm.
But unfortunately, I think many people wonder, have I read all these? No. I gathered them too quick to be able to read because I'd buy
John
a
Romita
collection
Jr.
sometimes.
artwork here.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the ones with the red tags, I know exactly where you got those from. Clobbering time. Jack Kirby's Superpowers, that was kind of his limited series that he did. And there was actually a toy line that came out from that, you know, and was also on the Super Friends, sort of
Oh, yeah.
tied in.
Nice cover.
Mm-hmm. This looks like a Spire comic, yeah. Instead of being Harvey, rather. Was it Harvey that did Archie's? I'm totally
Yeah.
blanking now.
Well, Archie Comics. You know.
That and Spire Comics. Spire was like Christian Comics. I think it was Al Hartley. Yeah, Little King. They did a Little King cartoon when I was young, and I loved Little King. Popeye. King Comics. King Features. A Hearst publication. Randolph Hearst. Yeah, now this one here is, I believe you have the Adler to this one.
It's in a red mat.
See,
This
I
is
would
one of the
put
first I
all
bought.
my Adler books separate together, me, myself, and I. You know, especially if I had the Adler. There's Rima. I've got a Rima, but that's not it. I've got the Rima. I've got one of Rima's Adler. What is that? Is that an issue 2, 4? What is that?
4.
Okay. I think I've got issue 3 Adler. So hopefully you got some more Rimas there, and we'll see maybe not. We'll see.
Well,
Now see, you had the acetate separation to this one, I remember. I don't know if you still do. You might have traded it back in. And I have this issue. This is one of the last Tarzan family type things. 100 pager. Love these.
I'd say this is near mint.
Hard to get near mint. Joe Kubert cover.
Yeah, especially square
Nice.
bound.
Shazam black sensitive cover there. 100 pager. Cool. CC Beck artwork. I've got some acetate that goes to one of these books in that run. I just have not ever identified it. It's a puzzle page with Mary Marvel. George Perez, I love that. And that's got a 16 page, what up there by the bullet logo? What's it say?
Masters of the Universe.
Masters of the Universe. So there you go. And that's issue 190 something, maybe.
I like that nuclear explosion.
Per Degaton. Yeah. Issue 190 something. Is that right? 198, maybe?
208.
208. Okay. So after 200. George Perez had a good run on Justice League. Homegrown Funnies. There you go. There's looks like some kitchen sink
Oh, it's a kitchen sink.
crumb artwork, maybe underground.
Yeah. Art
Mhm.
Crumb in the corner.
Phantom. Yes. With Mandrake the Magician. Backup feature. King Comics again. King Features.
Let's see. Got some more.
Check in with Ryan here real quick. See what he's doing. Working on. Very nice. Very nice. Have you flossed today?
Him?
Yeah. Has he? Yeah. Flossed. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe he needs a little dirt on his teeth.
I love the, George Perez. Oh, that's another copy of that Fantastic Four. Nice Gil Kane cover there.
I'm wondering
Multiple
if I
issues.
showed you some of these. Yeah, I have.
I don't know. Show me a
Yes,
few
that-
more of them. I'll
I
tell
put-
you.
I put
I
them
got a
back
good
in
memory.
there and I flipped them.
Toka. Yeah, I've tried to collect all those from Dell Comics. There's not that many of them. Nice painted covers.
Yeah.
Like a Jungle King. Classic Illustrated, The Last Days of Pompeii. That's a good one. I'd like to read that.
Uh-huh.
Who was the author of that? Tells you right under the title.
Edward Bulwer Lytton.
But you gave me one of those. Dennis the Menace sort of promo comic. Takes a poke at Poison. Mandy.
Commandy? Oh,
Jack Kirby cover.
Number 15.
I guess I don't know that you could include, Commandy in the Fourth World books that he did for DC, but it was certainly the longest running. It ran like 59 issues.
yeah, I was going to say he did quite a few of those, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
Yeah,
I
and
didn't realize.
It was canceled in 1978 along with other titles, and I actually have the unpublished stuff.
Oh, wow.
Jungle Book. Rudyard Kipling. Very cool. Probably my favorite Disney movie, just simply because it's so nicely done. I mean, nice Jack Gil Kane here again. Hell Hydra.
It's a little bit like an octagon.
I think this is issue 1, isn't it? This is illustrated story of dogs. I've actually got this one, although mine might have punch holes in the,
Issue
sometimes
1.
they put these in binders and it wouldn't affect the story because there was enough margin. This is actually LB Coe cover, one of the Golden Age great cover artists that did this one.
Yeah.
LB Coe cover.
I picked them up every time I saw them
Mm-hmm.
because they weren't expensive.
You gave me, I think I paid $10 a piece, and mine had punch holes in there. They used to be in a binder. Nice Commandy Gorilla covers.
It's number 16.
Look at the tape on that, dude. Yeah. King size annual.
Vietnam.
Sergeant Rock, Vietnam. Look out. There we go. Tarzan. It was on TV. In the 50s.
Yeah, Mike.
Nice photo cover.
Snow.
It was his birthday
horses,
not too
snow.
long ago. Hey, Mike. Nice towers of shadows.
Let's see. Pretty good. I read these growing up. I don't know if anybody else did.
Yeah, you like Joe Kubert stuff. Korak, son of Tarzan. Now, Korak. Okay. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I've actually got
now.
I've actually got a Korak, one of these Joe Kubert Koraks in the Jack Adler collection. But it's
Oh, cool.
kind of like all octagon. It's got tentacles. Might have it there. I don't know. It's one of those 20 centers. Unexpected. It started off as Tales of the Unexpected.
Yep.
Now have you nerves to face the unexpected?
Yeah, that's a sufficiently creepy cover, with the blank zombie-like people there in the foreground. Nice Lassie. Look at that. Nice painted cover. Dale really had some nice painted covers.
Yeah, they did.
Can you imagine doing that cover, Ryan?
Yeah, sorry to hear that, homie.
Love to
time
give it
you-
a shot.
Yeah.
I would prefer to digitally paint it,
Dastardly and Muttley. Motor Mouse and AutoCat. Gold Key. Those were on cartoons in the 70s. Tip Top. That's an old one. Look how
Look at
big
that
that
big
authority coat is.
Yeah.
Although I've seen bigger. That's what she said. Out. Stop it. Somehow, Pine Comics here. 100 pages.
Superman.
Super Mouse. Wow, the big cheese. They took that straight from the big cheese. They took that from, yeah. And read the little thing down there in the corner. Can you read that?
Yeah.
Their little pledge.
This is Pine Comics for distinguished public service to American youth by publishing comic magazines whose outstanding wholesomeness and interest and entertainment value exemplify the highest publishing standards.
Mm-hmm.
By Herbert Hoover, chairman of the board.
Well,
Boys
Super
Club
Mouse
of
is now
America.
public domain. That's cool.
Boys Clubs of America Golden Anniversary Award. It's number 1.
Yeah, that's nice. The 100 pager, man. Wait a minute. Hit the wrong button.
They were fun.
Have you read
That's
that one, Elsie?
Yeah. You wouldn't believe how many of these I read, different ones I read growing up, and then read them again because I said, "Oh man, hey."
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty
Yeah.
Well,
cool.
not all of them have I read. No, you're right.
Yeah, I actually had a plate to that one.
It's an Adler.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, that's an Adler. I might even have one of the Adlers to that particular one. I know I've got some of those Weird Worlds.
Yeah.
That's a Mike Kaluta cover.
Yeah. Nice. Here's another one of these.
Yeah, you got a good collection of those Tower of Shadows, and there's actually some nice early Jim Steranko artwork in those. Some of them.
I love Steranko.
This is a Ramita cover.
Okay. John Romita Sr. Yep. Wait, you're putting that down and you haven't shown all of them yet. I don't know why you're doing that. Well, you got that Daredevil there.
I got a stack of them. I'm just moving.
That's Paladin. Okay, that's Paladin on the cover. He wasn't on very many covers. Talk about an obscure character.
Yeah.
There's a crazy booger.
Frank Miller. That might be a Frank Miller, early Frank Miller issue that you just showed, actually.
What's up, Karate Guy?
What,
Did
this
the
one?
interiors in it? Because he started in like what, 157, 159, somewhere in there.
Thought you
Okay,
were
Zorn.
That's an old character. He goes back early Tarzan. Steve, there's you some Steve Ditko, Captain Atom, the death knell of the world. Charlton would later reprint these in the 70s. But this was Captain Atom before DC bought it. You know, got that when they acquired the Charlton characters in the 80s. It's nice Batman. Only 25 cents, so that was a bigger issue.
Yeah.
Is that a
Little meteor
stain
nose.
underneath Robin's foot? Is that a stain right in the middle of the book?
Actually, it's a person drew a little circle and something.
Okay. Somebody drew on it. The kid, previous owner.
Yeah, not me.
Werewolf by Night.
There you
Yeah, I
go.
love skull cover. Look, he's standing on a skull. I was introduced to the Werewolf by Night before I was the Beast, so he's got to be right up there with the Beast as my favorite character.
Oh, cool.
I never knew his name was Gene Colan cover here. What was his name?
Jack Russell.
Jack Russell. Yeah, I never knew that was a breed of dog
Yeah.
growing up, you know, at that time.
Charlton is a great way.
Nice
Uh-huh.
Jack Kirby cover there.
Oh, forgot about
I think he's dead.
Ultimo goes back a ways. He goes back into Tales of Suspense with Iron Man and Captain America.
Back to Kazar.
Mm-hmm. Captain Atom needs a movie. Okay. I think I've got a copy of this. Elsie, hit the wrong button. Wait a minute. Trying to make you in bigger so I can see them a little better. Black sensitive cover there. I believe number 16 was the first appearance of Marvel Superheroes, was the 2 issues after this. Somewhere in there is the first appearance of Guardians of the Galaxy, and that one's went up in price. These reprinted some Golden Age stories and stuff, I think. Kind of like Marvel masterpiece there. Here's some Murphy Anderson artwork on Hawkman. That looks
20.
painful. Rip his wings off.
Yeah,
Werewolf
it's
by
not gonna
Night.
like
20, yeah. Wow, hey.
Shocked that Marvel didn't have Moon Knight and Beast team up. I know, right? I'd like to see that. Bunny here, wait a minute, hit the wrong button again. Back and forth here, trying to read the chat and keep up with Elsie, who goes at the speed of light. Bunny, there was actually not this cover, but there was actually wasn't there some production artwork or something that Key Comics had of Bunny?
He had circle 8s. Yeah, Circle
He had
8.
Circle 8s of these, right? Yeah, Circle 8, a sort of prestigious collection. Nice Silver Surfer done by John Buscema. His last one, next to last one. That's issue
Oh, really?
17. He did 18, and Kirby did the very last issue. John Buscema did all 18 issues except for 19, which was done by Jack Kirby, and was going to take the character in another direction, and they never did.
Oh,
Where he kind of goes
Sure,
against
they did
humanity. Top Cat, Golden Age, or Gold Key, rather.
It's a 12 center.
Top Cat used to be on primetime television back in the 60s, sort of early to mid
I
60s.
loved it. I watched him all the time. That's the reason I think a lot of collectors they get what they remember, what they grew up with. That's their first appearance. Look at those eyes.
Wow, yeah. Alvin, Simon, and Theodore, the three chipmunks. Wow.
Look at the condition. That's 10 center book, man.
Yeah. Little
I mean, you
spine
got a
roll
little
there,
roll.
but
little
you
roll,
could get
but
that
that
out.
could
You can press that out too. Yep. Oh,
there you go.
classic cover.
Ghost Rider.
Yeah, I think this cover actually was featured in Marvel, How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way.
Oh, wow.
Hercules, Spider-Man, and the Thing there going up against Ghost Rider. That's kind of a wild combo of characters, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Not your standard group.
No,
That's
Definitely.
throwing everything in the kitchen sink to stop the principal character, huh? Oh, Gorilla cover. Look at that. Tarzan. Woo, yeah. That's so cool.
I mean, if I can get old comics in nice condition, I mean, they don't have to be
Yeah, that's
perfect. I'm not I just want them to look decent, you know?
There's certain ones you're never going to get in good shape, hardly. You know,
well,
because
yeah, I understand that.
they just don't
I
exist.
understand that. I know. I understand that.
Yeah.
But when I do, I like
Or
to
if
get
they
them.
exist, they're in like these mega collectors that slop them up. They look for a long time for a 9.8 and they maybe get
They're out
one
of
and they
reach,
hold on to it.
man. Yeah, they're out of reach too. A lot of them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Stanley.
That was
and
one of Jack Adler's favorite titles.
How do you know that?
I think he really liked Sheldon Mayer too.
Yeah.
I think they were good friends. $12 center.
Neil Adams cover.
Death of the Man of Steel. Ooh.
I wonder if Neil Adams did the lettering on that.
Mhm.
Probably. I have that one. That's a John Severin cover, I believe.
I like it. Dude spinning up a rat with a pencil. Help me!
It's either a really big rat or really small people.
Help me, I'm shrinking.
Here's my last stack, Rex.
Oh, maybe I will get into drawing after all. Just a minute. Archie's TV laugh out instead of laugh in.
They're
That's
rocking out
a
to
much
it.
later one. That's like late 70s, early 80s there, I believe.
That's
Looking at
number
the price.
96. It's a 60 cent.
Oh, 96. Okay, that is much later. Oh, I sent reference to this cover to Ryan recently.
Oh, well.
You guys had Simpatico.
Yeah.
Great minds think alike. He literally just sent me that cover as like a reference, like an inspiration for what he wants to do.
Oh, I love these
Cool.
adventure comics. Now this is cool. You see that little Zeep character, and I sent you that Hopper reference. This
Mhm.
is Actually, the pose looks, I sent this character to him. The neat thing about this Style Age for Hero, all these were created by fans of the book. Every character you see there, and see there's even a white and black and white character there. Before Art T. Bear created black and white, some fan out there created, and I actually submitted a character called Fusion for this Style Age for Hero in Adventure Comics, and it didn't get selected. It ended. George Perez did some of these great covers. He didn't do this one, but great thing. The comic You Create, which is up there in the corner.
What it made, what it did, Rex, it made it interactive. And when you can do that,
yeah. Oh, I thought it was great. I wasn't a kid at this time. This was early 80s. So I was like in junior high, maybe a junior or sophomore. And reading this, I just thought it was a great concept to get fans to submit.
I love the cards, man.
Yeah.
Always cool.
That's always a great motif for showing off multiple characters. And George Perez did the last full-size issue of the original run of Adventure Comics. It ran for 503 issues, and then they canceled it, which was crazy because it was an anthology. Last 2 years was digest form. Nice Jack
The last
Kirby.
thing.
The last
one.
What issue number is that?
Number 16.
16. Ran for 16 issues.
Can you believe I was out in an antiques mall here in Jackson?
Oh, little catalog. Raise it up a little bit. Gibson Discount Center, Jackson, Tennessee. Yeah. Somebody had one of those similar, if not the same one, from Jonesboro here. But
it was a Christmas comic,
Little promo comic, individually by the town it was in. Mr. and Mrs. J, Evil Scientist.
I like digest form, but it's too hard on my eyes.
Yeah.
Like another trip to the library, I borrowed like a bunch of One Piece mangas, and I couldn't read them without my glasses.
179. Great issue. Small. You probably read this one recently. 179.
Yeah.
Little fill-in artist that wasn't like George Perez or John Byrne or anything, but
no, maybe Carmine Infantino.
Cobra there. Number 1, isn't it? Yeah, first DC issue. Yep. Ernie Chan cover, 1976.
Yeah, these covers are so good.
Yeah, you can tell what's going on them. It's the coloring as much as anything. Human Fly, number 7. Yeah.
Anything about the Fly? I've got.
Well, that's the Human Fly.
Yeah.
Never read it. I've had some of those. I do have an example or two. Oh, that's cool. It's got White Tiger appearance in it.
Oh, very good.
That's cool. I like White Tiger.
Who's the guy shooting at him?
I don't know. Probably one of the Human Fly. He, outside of his own title, I don't think Human Fly has ever appeared again. He had a pretty decent starting run, I suppose. I remember we had a bunch of back issues. We couldn't give them away when I had my comic shop. I forget what the white issue was. Was that his return? Because the black issue was his death, polybagged. Does anybody remember what the white issue was for Superman on that? That's a Neil Adams cover.
The Flash.
Flash with the elongated man, which I always thought was a joke.
Now do you believe I can't die?
Jump from a plane. hits the core of the Earth and blows the planet up. Way to go, Lois Lane. Nice, Bill Sienkiewicz. This is when he was starting to come out of his Neil Adams kind of style and into his own, just barely. Moon Knight #1. That one's kind of going up price, I think, over time. You know, they did have a Moon Knight series recently. It's always a good, solid thing. How you think that that's Marvel's Batman, I do not know. There you go. Tano and Kano. Oh, no.
Isn't Marvel's Batman Moon Knight?
That's what people say, and I've never gotten that analogy of why they say that.
Because he's rich. It's like the same kind of thing. Like he's
Gadgets.
rich. And
Okay.
I think his parents died.
He didn't start out that way. I mean, he was kind of like a monster hunter where he had like silver brass knuckles and stuff and went after Moon. Of course, he made his first 2 appearances. Nice Gil Kane cover here. In Werewolf by Night. I never got into Master of Kung Fu, just never did. Although looking back on it, you had great, you know, Paul Galassi and Mike Zeck, and I think I've got this one in my White Wilderness. Nice Dale 4-color. Nice painted cover. That's on my bucket list to have a painted cover done. I'll probably have to paint it myself.
Okay, here's the last one.
Nice one to go out on, though. Tales of Unexpected. What number is that one? Checker top cover.
This is number 101.
101. Now
very
this,
fine.
I think it was 103 or something, 104, somewhere around there with a title change. So this is right prior to the title change. Elsie, I can't remember if you were part of the draw stream or not that we had. We lost Shadowhawk. He dropped out somehow. I don't know if you had seen these or not. My last couple pieces.
And then I was on it. I was on the draw stream, but I didn't get to stay. You know, as long
Didn't
as
get
I
to see
wanted.
it finished. Okay, so that's that Geo I did. And Ryan, you said my stuff looked more intriguing colored. What did you mean by that? Look more interesting colored than in black and white.
I think I just said that I like the color work that you've been doing. Like it's intriguing, it's fun, it's vibrant, you know, like you know, with a little bit of color, especially like with those more like simple characters, like just their faces or whatever, like you can really tell what's going on, you know. You can see what more of like your intention and stuff with the color.
I did my first color painting today on my set, you know, of those I've been doing. I did one in color.
Oh, good. Take care, Eric. He's got to go. Read the chat. Rex Shadowhawk said his goodbye. Okay. I just had it on Elsie on the screen there. And Action Comics issue 500 has the white cover. Okay. I thought it might be something like that, Apex. I wasn't sure. That was kind of as a return, wasn't it?
What did he say? That was an action comic?
Action Comics issue 500. Yeah. Apparently, polybag in the white. I don't even see Shadowhawk's comment. There's been so many comments. So I hope you enjoyed those. Yeah, Shanna the She-Devil.
Have a good rest of your day, Shadowhawk. I've got to get going in about 30 minutes, Rex. My wife and daughter's plane is early.
Oh, wow. That's
Fun.
nice.
Yeah.
You gonna take them out to dinner or something?
Possibly.
Yeah,
You better
or
play
maybe
it by ear.
fix
See
them
how
your world
tired they are.
famous grilled cheese sandwich and
Yeah,
chip
there you
nuggets.
go. Grandma is with them, so I don't know exactly what they've got planned, what they
Hmm.
want me to do. So we have Grandma for the week
Yeah.
after this, I think.
Adventures of Superman 500 has the white cover. My bad. So, Adventures of Superman 500.
Okay.
Yeah, I will have a great night. 3 a.m. comes early. Yeah, he's got to go back to work. And hopefully I get to work tomorrow night, but we'll see. Uh,
You off
I guess,
tonight?
yeah, Labor Day, we're off every Labor Day. Last year, she threw out a thing, do you want to go to? And that was the first time, and I didn't answer in time. I was about an hour late answering her. And so I didn't get to go, which, would have just been a kind of an interruption to my Labor Day weekend, but I'm not doing anything anyway and always willing to work. Elsie, you can stick around and draw, or I don't know what you want to do. You want to have a draw stream later? You can do that.
That's what I was thinking. You might want to. I was going to ask later if you was going to do
Yeah.
one.
We can do that. I've got some stuff to design, like Jenna's outfit. What I had in mind for that, Ryan, was like her flying, going, kind of in a battle stance or whatever to another character that was maybe defensive, whatever, in a fight, and then maybe put Hopper smaller in the background. Just trying to think up things, and we could actually do a Western type thing too. Because I do have some characters that I've created, but I've not really done that much with, and I'd love to see your Midnight. Now, some like that one scene with Silver Boa and TM that we talked about. I thought you could cut them off at the waist. You wouldn't have to show them full, bodied. And I'll try and compose some of that out tonight. I'll really try and work on some of that. And I'm still working on some more reference. And I'll try and get it somewhat composed in my head for you.
The Hopper and Jenna fight is also on that same 2 pages?
Yeah, Jenna and Hopper would be on there, yeah.
Wow. Okay. This is going to be a cram-packed couple of pages.
I know, right? I'm trying to, especially like with Jenna and Hopper, they haven't gotten a lot of, they haven't even been in a comic yet. And then, I just created Jenna a few months ago. So I don't draw it. So I'd really like to get her in the comic, doing something. And
Gesundheit.
Hopper could, travel to the future really, if he wanted to, which I figured that's a good reason to put him in there,
Well, when you start drawing it, like even in stick figures, you'll probably get an idea of like how much you can possibly put into each page. You know what I mean?
in that space. Yeah. And I'll try and make it actual size, 2 17 by 11 so I can better compose it, realistically for you,
Well, that'll be fun. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what you come up with.
Yeah, I can't wait either. I've got some of it in my head and I'm still composing some of it, I'm trying to cram in as much as I can without just being, too overboard, with it making sense, I think it can be done. It just needs to be planned out a little,
you know,
And
just don't want the artwork to get like a little too small. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
with
exactly.
so much going on.
Right. And you want it to have somewhat of an impact.
That too.
Good thing
But
is
if you
though,
draw
it's
it,
going to be
if you draw it
magazine
too,
size. What,
Oh,
Elsie?
true.
I was just saying, maybe I'm in agreement. I wouldn't want it printed too small either, but I'm thinking I wouldn't want to draw it too small because say that image you're drawing right there, Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
I want to shrink it down into a a panel. It would be so much more detailed. It would squeeze all those. Man, it would be intricate. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it does when you do shrink it down. So it's nice to do your actual art large and then shrink it down into a panel, and then you've got ultimate looking characters and details and all the things you want, you know, in a work. I
Printing tips from Elsie. Love it.
got a tip for you, brother. I got
Yeah.
a tip for you.
Uh-huh.
I'll keep it to myself though.
Okay.
I'll be
All right.
nice.
Well, that's generally how it's done, Elsie. You know, you draw it bigger and then you shoot it down. In the
I'm
case
just talking, man. Probably general knowledge, Rex. I'm just talking, man.
and he's doing this smaller. Often, I mean, you can blow things down easier for print than you can to make them larger. But fortunately,
Yeah,
with John's Devil Flyer story, I could blow that up to magazine size, and it really doesn't lose anything. It might show a few of the bumps and bruises and imperfections, but it's still going to be a fun read. I mean, that's the only completed story right now. I really need to get on getting the story to of the Gray Tail story to Keith Gleason so he can start lettering it. His artwork's been done. I still want to get it spot colored, but because the color kind of helps tell that story. That makes the whole book color, when it comes to the printer.
I mean, I know you're talking, but you know how I am about color. Once I start using color, Rex, I just go off.
Well, I mean, I've been using color in everything I do since Omer kind of got me on that for like 3 months
now. It's kind of
now.
hard to do something in an hour in color.
Yeah.
I can break apart the elements of art, and the value system real easy. But when it goes to color theory, there's so much more involved and so much more you can do. You just keep wanting to do more. Like you want to, okay, let's just make that arm in a certain color scheme, and curve it on around to another, it's just my thinking.
Well, I mean, you can take one, getting some echo from somewhere.
Monochromatic painting, really.
You can like have black and white and like red or black and white and blue, something one color. And like you were showing some of those smaller Golden Age books, or, Frank Miller does that to use, or like Schindler's List. You got it's black and white film, except for the little red shoes the girl wears, the little Jewish girl. Kind of track with her with just that one color, and can make a powerful statement with that.
Colorful is so powerful. I mean, that's the thing about it,
Yeah.
Color alone. But and that was the reason I wasn't putting it in there, because color might overtake the word that I put around it. I didn't want all the attention to go to the color, because I can put that one painting I did out there with the 24 that are hanging on the wall, and it's sitting there, it's like bam, they'll pick that the very first one. I guarantee you.
Yeah,
it's in color.
Well, it's like this Image comic too. You know, sometimes size. It's Golden Age size, and when it was with all the other comics, it just stood out because it was Golden Age size. You
Yeah.
know, it's different.
Well, color
Uh,
takes you to another level, man. You can get so involved in the color of the actual work. Like, let's say he colorized this, you could get so involved depending on how much he color and time he put into it. You could get lost in it, man. Whereas I wasn't wanting them to get lost in my artwork. I was wanting them to see the artwork and like it, and then go straight to the verse I had around the edge of it.
see
You
it
know,
there.
Happy Labor Day.
Limited color is cool. Yeah, if it's done right.
Yeah.
Um,
The first one I did was a complementary colors. I used red and green.
I need to make a meatloaf tonight.
Meatloaf.
Yeah, I've had some, turkey meat thawed out. And it's like I've got some onions and other stuff. Oh, this is cool. You'll like this. A cast iron Mickey Mouse from 1931.
Oh yeah.
Cast iron. That thing's got to be heavy. Look at that.
Oh yeah. You'd get $300-400 easy for him, maybe more.
That's probably more than that. 1931. I mean, it only came out in the late 20s.
I understand, but I'm just talking about what I've seen. Now it might have gone way up since then, but I've seen comparable things. I'm always watching that collectors where they give appraisals and things. You know.
I'm not a big Mickey Mouse collector, but if one of those came up in pretty decent shape with the paint job, I think I'd pay that much easily for that thing, considering how old it is.
Yeah. I mean, you never know. You get something you put in the right auction, it could go for many thousands of dollars.
German Shepherd in uniform.
You could do your own Steamboat Willie comic now.
Yeah. Steamboat Willie.
I might do that.
Public domain.
Yep, it's in
Just
the
for
realm of
fun.
public domain now.
Thing
Yeah,
of
I've
it
got
is, you need to make sure that you don't step on any of the
Copyright.
toes
Yeah.
of people. Copyright, yeah. Certain
Hey,
things you
Ryan,
can use, certain you can't.
I've got a guy who was working at Disney World, not Disneyland, Disney World, and he had like pass. He had a whole collection of Disney books, man. And my buddy, he helped get rid of his estate, after he passed away. And man, he put all those on eBay, starting them out for like 99 cents, man. I grabbed every one of them because I didn't even have to pay shipping. I just went over and picked them up, And they're old and they're awesome, man. They're it's got everything you could imagine about Disney. We could have a whole show, Rex, just pulling those books out. Like, like what does Texas Dave do? Man, you could pull one of those books out and have a 2-hour show on just looking at it. It's so big. One of the things is about that thick, man. 2 or 3 of them are.
What do you think about this casting, Ryan? Bryan Cranston as Professor X on the X-Men reboot. Because,
Nice.
he looks
That'd be a good
looks the part.
I think he could do it.
He's a great actor.
He could pull it off.
He used to do Saturday
Probably
Night
better.
Live when he was younger.
Really?
People forget that. Yeah.
I did
Having a
not
good time.
realize that.
That's where I knew him from till he started doing Breaking Bad and a few other things.
Mm-hmm.
He was having a good time, man.
Malcolm in the Middle. That was his other show before Breaking Bad. He was the dad on Malcolm in the Middle.
Kind of
It's so
roboted on
weird.
that one.
It
Go
was
ahead
so,
and say that again.
it was so weird to see him in Breaking Bad at first, because like, you know, when I would come home from school, Malcolm in the Middle was one of the afternoon shows, you know, and he's just like this quirky, goofy, funny dad, you know, in that show. And then for him to be like the super serious, you know, killer, you know, that he became, it was quite the stretch, you know, and like you could really like see like, you know, what a great actor he is, you know, like the range that guy has is insane.
Well, you know, I've often said if you can do comedy, you can generally do it all.
Right. Yeah, and he was genuinely, he was a funny dude on, he was a wild wacky dad on that show.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he can definitely do all the comedy.
Here
That'll
you
probably
go.
be really big. Like that'll be like the lifesaver for the MCU is those X-Men movies. If they don't screw it up.
Well, Patrick Stewart's just gotten too old really to play it anymore, you know.
Yeah. Like the original X-Men movies really aren't that good, you know? But like you've got so much like really good comics to pull from, you know, that it'd be, you know, pretty easy to like make it good if like you just stick to the books.
Right. If you didn't like Apocalypse, man,
Yeah, like I didn't really like Apocalypse. One of them that I
I
haven't
loved
seen that got terrible reviews was the Dark Phoenix one that they did.
I haven't seen that one.
I didn't see it. I didn't go see it because everyone said like it was absolutely terrible,
But
and I
I
didn't
saw
like the
Apocalypse,
Apocalypse one.
man, and I watch it every time I can. It's great, man.
Yeah, you like that? I'll check it out.
I mean, it is
I'm
badass.
into the underrated lately. I like watching these
Go see
underrated movies.
go see the X-Men with Apocalypse.
He didn't like that one. He just said he didn't like that one.
Oh my bad.
Oh yeah, I thought you were talking about the Dark Phoenix one. Yeah, no, I didn't really like the Apocalypse one.
Discriminating will like
Cool.
anything. Difference in taste. You will like this, LZ. You will like this. 80th, the original 16 Mattel 80th anniversary set of Hot Wheels in a set. Check that out. All the original models that you and your brother used to have, but done in the red line.
Oh.
That's cool. Metallic cherry red or whatever color they would call that. Look at that.
They didn't make nothing up. You got regular cars.
Would be cool just to have this set to go, okay, the models were these.
Yeah.
You know.
I'd love
this
to
was
have
the original. Mm-hmm. We need to go on eBay and see if we can find one of these sets, you know, what would it cost it?
No kidding.
Because a lot of those had the pop-up hoods, man. Nice detailing to show the engine.
Telling you, man. Yeah.
And most of them are classics, you know, not made up original cars.
Exactly.
Because generally the ones that actually existed are worth more money than, you know, look at that.
Wow.
Notice he's wearing gloves with that. That's a nice little set, huh?
Yeah, I'd love to have one.
Now, Ryan, don't be late. I hope you're watching the clock.
Brother too.
Yeah, I gotta go in like 10 minutes.
Well, we hope your family's all good and they can get back safely and wonderful things. We do.
Yeah, I'm happy they're coming back. I miss them.
And you get to see what their grandma.
Mm-hmm.
As long as she doesn't stay too long.
Yeah. That's always
even
a possibility.
well, if you got little ones, grandma's always good to have around.
Yeah.
If grandma's got her wits about her a little bit, you know.
Somewhat. It's getting up there.
Yeah, I understand. As long as my grandma knew who everybody was, man, we had a great time.
They have fun
Sad
playing together.
party. Yeah.
I don't think we can leave her alone to babysit though. Those days are kind of over.
It's always good to have supervision. I'm not saying leave her for, her to take care of. No.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you might even have a little kid taking care of grandma. I mean, you don't know what happened.
Yeah, she has some spells, like not strokes, but like kind of like seizures.
Kind of epilepsy type.
Yeah, it's kind of like epilepsy. She's been like suffering from that recently.
Oh wow.
That's funny. Bless.
Yeah, my little dog sneezing. Bless you. Bless you.
Well, I tell you, got me a nice dog. I know Rex does too, man. We love our dogs. They're part of the family.
Absolutely.
Can't imagine abusing an animal. I can't even. Just hearing about somebody abusing an animal makes me want to kick their butts. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Almost wrong. 2 years ago now, one of my dogs got eaten by a coyote.
Oh my gosh!
You jump the fence and
I'd be out there looking for coyotes with a 22 waiting on them, man. Come on around. I got something for you. You didn't kill my baby.
So we got a really big dog to protect the yard. And he's a collie, like a lassie.
Oh, yeah. They're the best.
He's a rough collie. And he's the biggest dog we've ever had. He's big. He's almost twice as big as a full-bred Labrador.
Well, we've had a full bull mastiff, and she was a sweetheart, but everybody freaked out on her, man.
Yeah, about the size of a mastiff, but not as muscular.
Her head was twice as big as mine, man. She was a big dog, man.
Mm-hmm.
She was a baby though. And hey, people respected her, but she never did even bark at people unless they were in her yard or something. Coming up to her yard or something like that, she'd get a little upset. That dog, you didn't want that dog upset at nobody. I didn't.
Here's issue 5 of Superpowers.
Is that Jack Kirby? Does it have the Jack Adler interview? The little profile, DC
cool
profile.
Cover.
Was that in Superpowers?
It was either in Superpowers or Super Friends, one of the two.
No, I think it was in Super Friends. Earlier in the 70s. This is like 80s, mid 80s.
They had a DC profile, and they told all about Jack Adler, how he goes, these comics this month, it wouldn't have been possible without Jack Adler. He colorized every cover there was.
Said,
and he did that.
That's a broad statement, and for a one-eyed fat man, I wouldn't say he did
No, I'm telling you
everyone,
this, brother.
but he
You
did.
better
He did a
read it
bunch of.
then you better read it, brother, because in that 1 month, he practically did all the coloring in every color
Okay,
of the cover.
practically did
I didn't count them.
almost all, but not quite
Okay,
all.
well, it
Got
says
it. I'll believe
they
that.
said a number. They said like 5,000 out of the 5,000 covers, 4,000 so many odd covers would not have been produced if Jack Adler was not working because he colored them all
What?
in a
Okay.
month.
All right. Well, we won't have that debate.
Read the
I mean, I
DC
guess we could. We got
profiles.
time.
Read that profiles. Just read the profile.
Okay. I don't have it
in
here
that comic.
handy. Forgive me for that.
Well,
That
I
was published
understand, but
about
in
50 years
time,
ago.
when time, read it in time. I'm not talking about right now, bro.
If I even have it on hand in my collection, but you know,
I've
you
got
can
it
be nice and
probably
supply me.
If you guys do have that
on
debate, I
here.
will be listening in the car when I
Yeah, okay.
have to get out of here. I'll be listening to you guys in the car.
Okay.
That looks good, man.
Well, thanks, Ryan, for coming on. Appreciate it. Always a
Yeah.
pleasure.
Always
Enjoy your night, rest
Yeah.
of your Labor Day.
Have a good Labor Day.
keep drawing.
Oh, we will.
Definitely
Draw
will.
me some cool layouts, please.
I will. Yeah. I've got some. I need to draw more, and we're going to probably have a draw stream later tonight.
We'll draw stream action.
Even if Elsie doesn't join me, I may just turn the camera on and say hi to the chat and just do my thing in front of the camera, you know.
If you just tell me the time, like 10 o'clock tonight, I'll be there with you.
10's generally a good time for me. Yeah. That gives me time to do other things, you know, after this broadcast. I don't like to go right
Like
into
I
another
said,
broadcast.
If you just shoot me information on what you're going to do. It's cool.
Wow. You know, it's amazing. You look around, you're going, I don't even remember doing this. Or I know you probably do that because you do so much, but I don't even remember doing this.
That's Tweaker's bodyguard.
Maybe I don't have it dated. I don't, you know, I don't even remember doing it or what I did it for.
A Tweaker's boyfriend or something. That'd be a trip.
Yeah, Tweeka's one that I'm going to have to, you know, introduce.
Tweakus.
More of. She was on the back of the ash can.
Tweeka approved.
Made her first appearance on the ash can, as so many other characters did. And we're even going to have more characters in this book, way more characters, or at least that's the plan. Put in as many first appearances, even if they're cameos.
The Momentum Comics universe is definitely expanding quickly.
Brother, it's going
one
grow.
character, sometimes 2 or 3 at a time, but yeah, slowly but surely.
And the idea of the universe has been in sync or in process for a long time. Probably a lifetime for Rex, I would say. Close to it.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'll let you go.
Man, you be safe out there.
Thanks, Elsie. You have a good night. See you, Rex.
Brother.
See you, chat.
See you, Ryan.
All right, guys.
Peace out, Ryan.
Peace.
Have a steak on me. Just don't send me the bill. Yeah.
No, I'm gonna go wash this. I just took this bandage off. I'm gonna wash it. I got a little over there. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Probably get another Coke while I'm at it.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
Oh.
Dale Keown Batman. I don't think I've seen this. I had to make sure that that was Dale Keown. I like the immediacy of it. You know, he's just right up in your face. Great. Great piece. These days, maybe we'll have some Dale Keown to do some of our characters. We'll see. Here's some Bill Sienkiewicz corner boxes from his New Mutants run. Very nice. Very nice. I mean, what a stylistic change from this stuff like this to from his even from what he's doing today. But you know, used to be, I don't want to say mimic, but was influenced heavily and had a Neil Adams style. As trying to think of his last name, Michael. What was his name? Mike Nasser had a very Neil Adams style. Here's a Tim Sale piece, Hulk and Iron Man. That's cool. Ryan was showing some Tim Sale stuff earlier. That's cool. Always love that golden armor. I think that's the Mach 3 armor. The golden armor. They made the appearance on Avengers #1. Once I first saw that, and then one of those annuals in the mid 70s, it's like, wow, yeah, something to aspire to. Just love those early covers stuff. Today is Gene Colan's birthday, born today in 1926, an American comic book artist best known for his work for Marvel Comics. He co-created the Falcon, Carol Danvers, future Marvel, Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, and the supernatural vampire hunter Blade. He did do some work for DC, going all the way back to the 60s, at least, I know. Did some war type books. Really like this piece from Philip Hester. He says manfish, sort of Kirby inspired. Check this out. Very nice. I'm trying to work in some characters with Ryan that like Jenna, who's in the future, and other things yet that haven't been seen yet, and get them in the book, you know, at least in Ryan's style, and then for his stuff. And then you know, I'll have Rob Ewing do some other characters. He's already done like 12 characters in the past, Devil Flyer being one of them, Hopper and Lady Hopper and some other stuff. So even a Midnight, Living Mummy, modern day Mummy, not Living Mummy. That's Marvel. Yes, back in the day, he had more of a Neil Adams feel to his art, for example, on Moon Knight. Yeah. And then just kind of got more, you know, splattery. I don't know, his own, you know, kind of came into his own, and he's doing some phenomenal stuff now, you know, paintings and stuff. It's just, it's, you know, some evolve and some seem like they de-evolve. I just always liked like this Contest of Champions here. Contest of Champions for Marvel was their first big thing. I look at all the characters, you know, and some of these you may not know, you know. She-Hulk at this time wasn't very old. There wasn't much known about Alpha Flight or, you know, some of these characters. I think maybe they I don't know if they had any first appearances. It was Game Master, and I think maybe Death there. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've read this. You know, it was their first big yearly thing, and it was like 3 issues. And then they just went into Secret Wars and Secret Wars 2 and blah, blah, blah. It just went on and on and on, like Marvel Zombies and stuff. But now this is the very first one. And they actually had a Contest of Champions 2, which I also have. I haven't read that one. I see the Beast is right there by underneath Black Bolt and by Storm there. He barely got in there, but at least he's there in that panel. My favorite character. But yeah, Contest of Champions, that was a fun read, but it really kicked off. I think John Romita Jr., not sure who the inker was on that, but did the art on that. But
Hey, bud.
hey, I was just talking about plans, you know, of putting, you know, working on the last story, the bystander story, but Ryan's going to work on probably what'll be a 2-page spread for the Seer, the more cosmic. That's the reason I brought up Contest of Champions. It just shows you Marvel always had the more cosmic universe with Galactus and all like that.
Yeah, they did. That's what I
Yeah.
liked about it.
Yeah,
Like
that's
it
what I
was
liked. And
fun.
you
It
know,
was fun.
Kirby kind of brought that in there along with others, but you know, back in the Bronze Age, then other people picked up the gauntlet like Jim Starlin, and really, you know, with Thanos and all that, made it so much larger. You know, let me take a break, and I'll be right back. Elsie, if you've got something to talk about, you got it for a second. I'll be
do.
right back.
Okay. All righty. I was just telling Rex that all these paintings I've been doing have been in black and white. And this is the first one I did in color. What happened was I was really dissatisfied with the drawing and I wanted to do something. If I'm going to use color, I want it to be almost, because, you know, it's every painting's an abstraction of something. But here it is. When he was in the garden. And it says, Father, take this cup from me, yet not what I will, but what you will. And that's Mark 14:36. And I use a complementary color scheme to try to, you know, and then I put this with the blacks and whites. Boy, this thing jumps off the wall. But it's still got the sparkle to it, like Carrie was talking about. I wanted to have that. To me, it's almost, this is a surreal subject, but it's a real subject to me. But I want it to seem more than just. I want to see more than just a painting. And so that's my first attempt. I've been using a different border. I'm using a crown thorn border. I've incorporated that into just about every one I've done so far since when I incorporated this. This began well over a year ago when I found my dad's sermon notes. First started using those behind it, and I started giving so many away. I wanted to use those on special ones, and I am. And he was sweating blood. Almost looks like he's been whipped, but he's just sweating. And it's actually
Yeah,
medical pushing.
that's great. What an
I
impact with color.
Yeah, I thought I was telling them if you look close enough, you can see where I was dissatisfied. Look in his face, see the face in his face.
Did you
I didn't want to take
work in
there
some
is
of your father's sermon in there?
eyes, eyes, nose. That was the face that was there. I was telling them I was dissatisfied with this Rex
Oh,
when I first
okay.
draw, and I said, I'm gonna do. I gotta get. I painted over that thing white twice. I
Yeah,
said I got to get rid of it. I got to do something, and I said I'm gonna use color on this one.
yeah.
And Sarah was telling me the other day, why don't you use color? And
Yeah, I
so I
mean,
did.
you've done dozens, you've done hundreds of these in like grayscale and black and white, and it's like, yeah, I'd like to see you do some more color. I can't believe you
Well, this
done
is
so
that's
many.
probably what I'm gonna do. That's probably
Yeah, I
what
mean, it's
you know
more
what
time
this is, Rex.
consuming. I get it,
Check
but
this out. Do you know how?
yeah.
You know what kind? You know what media I used on this?
Mm,
Do you see the color? It was well. I'm gonna tell you if you want to know. I used color on the red color watercolor pencil.
okay,
Here, watercolor pencil. Then I took
okay,
the gel and even his face is watercolor pencil, but I took that gel and made it permanent. You know,
okay. But did it want to smear when you put the gel on it?
no, well, it was the watercolor pencil. It blended just like paint when I put it acted like liquid and it would move the
Right.
color.
That's not answering my question, but
Well,
yes,
what is
yeah.
your question
All
again?
right, so you put it down, you blended it. Yes, yes. When you add water to watercolor pencil, it acts like paint. Yes. Um,
But I'm
watercolor
saying I
and
didn't add water.
you
I didn't
didn't.
add water. No, I used gel. I used liquid like a
You
gel
used
medium.
gel over the dried. Okay, I got it now. And then that. Okay, because yeah. All right, that makes
That's what
sense.
it did.
That makes sense. Okay.
Then now I went
Because
back where he was
if you
sweating.
had like added a wash and stuff like that, it's still watercolor. And once you put the gel on, it's moisture. So it's gonna. That's why I was saying, did it smear? And you were like, okay.
Yeah.
So you had it drawn in with and then you went in with the gel, and then that spread
Basically,
it. Got it.
with a
That works.
watercolor Rex, with a
Hmm.
watercolor pencil, I just had to just fill it in with the pencil, get it in there. Then the gel did the strokes on it. When you see the
Right.
the
Yeah.
strokes,
Yeah. And I
it
like
did
that
that.
it's not overbearing. It's a muted palette. But I mean, it's enough
And
just to jump out at you,
and I can
and draw
use the
attention to
knowledge
it.
I have with color that I've taught and use color pencils and do it, just
I
as
know you go into
I'm
that
not
color theory and all this, and it's like, you know what? Okay, somewhat I just think like throw all that garbage
it's
out and let's just go
visually
self-taught and go for
effective,
it.
man. You can throw color out then. Color has order to it. It's visually attractive
Okay.
and how
Well,
you
that's one way
use
of
it.
thinking about it. I
If
wouldn't
you
know
use it
anything about color. So
randomly, it looks stupid, man.
okay. It's what I've been doing stupid. I mean, is it,
No,
or is
none
it
of yours.
is it
I hold
its
up one.
own?
Hold up one. I'll tell you a
Okay.
color theory you're using. I'll tell you a color
Okay, but
theory
why do I need to know that to do it? Shit. Whatever.
you don't. You don't. Because it works and pops, and that's why you do it.
And that's
And
why
if you
some artists
know it,
do it, even if they don't think in like
yeah,
your
and half
terms
of the
of
work is not good, and
poetry.
half of it is because the ones they use, they have knowledge. If you have knowledge about color, you can make it. You can make a good painting out of an average painting.
Yeah, and I think some of that's
Don't
just
give
instinctual,
up.
and why overthink it? Just get into the creative
Why
zone and let
overthink
it
it? It's
take
been
care of
thought.
itself.
Look, buddy, in the Impressionist day, George Seurat already had it down.
Oh
It's
shit!
not
Now we're going to talk
overthinking.
Syrah. Like
Well,
like
when
here,
it began,
all I did was some outlining in green to convey very, otherwise it's grayscale and black and white,
what type of green was it?
Uh,
Is it over gray? Is it green over gray? I'm just asking.
no, actually, outlining, yes, here is a little over gray. This is a little over the gray, but most of it's just outlining in the white, you know. just to, you know, I didn't want a full colored piece, but I did want to put something in there that kind of popped and indicated that if it was full color, it would be in green, you know, some type of green. Now, was it a green blue? Was it a green yellow? Whatever. I
All
don't
I'm
know.
telling you is
Can't remember.
it looks like gray to me on there.
Okay. All right. I'll show
I'm
it
just saying
again
the way
then.
it looks. Oh, I'm
Right.
telling you
Yeah.
the way it
Most
looks.
of it is going to look. Yeah. And I get it. My colors on this camera, are, you know, but you can see the outline of green. You can see the little that I put in the
Yeah, I
middle of his
can.
forehead there.
I can.
You can see there on his shoulders, but most of it, yeah, is grayscale, and that's what I wanted. But I did want to indicate, you know, that's why, just, you know, to put a
Mhm.
little in there, a very limited use of color. Anyway, we're going to get out of here. We'll be back with a color, hopefully a drawing stream. Maybe I'll draw some in the meantime, because I do need to get him some reference. I need to work on files. I've been working on files, and actually I could stream more. But there's sometimes when it's like, well, I need to work on stuff that's going to go in the book, you know, files and stuff that I've scanned. I'm
Yeah.
making the contrast more, getting the files ready, basically. So it takes time to do that. And so I've been trying to do some of that and not stream sometimes when I want to stream, you know, you have to have a good balance. So,
Yeah.
you know,
You
I'd like
better
to
put
stream
a
more and not just do the 4 o'clock shadow. And I've been trying to do some of that, you know, some of my better
Rex, you really don't
numbers
have
are
much to
on the draw streams
apologize
for sure.
for.
Huh?
Rex, you don't really have much to apologize for because you stream more than anybody, pretty much.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people say, "Yeah, you stream all the time." I really don't. I'm cognizant of how
Not
many
all
hours
the
I
time.
don't. But and I would like. I'm just saying, I would like to stream more. But I am doing some things in the background that
You
are
got to.
necessary for me
You
to
have to.
get the book
Yeah.
complete. You know,
Yeah.
and
You have to
and then
do those things.
also reference for Ryan and doing new designs. I'm working on stories too. New things pop into my head every day, and I try and put those
Okay.
down. Just like the
Cool.
other day, Dr. K and Ryan was done with that other one, so I said, "We'll do this," and he wasn't even knew that I was commissioning. He was just going to do it pro bono, I guess, and just do it for fun. And I'm like, you know, no, I'll pay you for it, you know. And it turned out looking more baroque. I don't think he had to do all that, but it looks good, you know. You don't have.
I liked it when it was black and white. It almost looked like a galaxy, almost
I
like
did too. I almost wish he had left he could have probably added just, I would have been very moderate on the red. I would have not, after he put the gray toning in, I didn't like it as much. It turned out okay. But it'd been nice if he would have scanned it, in the different stages. That way, if you
Well,
wanted to go back to the black and white and even print it out in black and white and then do
well, you know what
you
that
know,
thick past book is a lot of? Is process. It shows the
yeah.
steps I went through on
Mhm.
creating a lot of that stuff, I said,
Yeah.
that's cool, man.
Well,
I
I
didn't even
mean,
realize I had it.
you as the artist, you just kind of going through there and do that, and you different stages, and it might be the development stage of where you're at artistically at the time, but
Bam.
but something like that that's documented in stages helps other people understand your thinking process. Why is that
Not to
important?
mention that it does,
Maybe
and it
it's
also
not,
gives you about
but it's good
3 or
documentation.
4 images. It gives you 3 or 4 images you could use
Yeah.
if you wanted to.
Or I mean, I can also see the possibilities. That's what I like about it. Ooh, I could do this, and
Yeah.
it's like, You
It's
couldn't
just
get
like
that
you
from your
said,
finished thing.
when you purchase artwork for your book, you want to say, how many times can I use it? Oh, I can use this multiple times, so it's worth it, you know.
And
We were talking
hopefully,
about that
you know, in the
yesterday.
art book, we'll have some process type things as well. I don't
Well,
know.
you're
We'll
talking
see.
about things that could be used multiple times, and you were thinking, you know, that's a thought that you think about
Well, yeah,
too when
when you're
putting something.
printing, you know, I need to flop that. I need to, you know, yeah, I mean, you know, use things more than once, you know, especially with commissioning other artists. If you can use, you know, like the seer having her cloak open. And I said, well, give me one with stars and give me
Flop it.
one that's blank so that I can put inserts within that blank, you know, and
You're
use
talking
this
about
again, multiple
multiple
uses.
uses
And I
out
can
of it.
have her doing this and I could have her doing that, flop it, you know,
And
you got to
you could
use it
do it in
multiple times.
you could do it in several books, you know.
Right. That's what I'm
It'd
going
be
to do.
like your Hallmark. It'd be like your you know,
Well, I mean, it's not like I'm
momentum.
reinventing the wheel, you know, that Marvel does that,
No,
DC's done it.
but I'm saying you
Everybody's
got to come up with something for you know, in your book,
well, I
you
mean,
know.
you know, you do things the most economical way, and sometimes you don't. I mean, that's why a lot of times they take, you know, Marvel was great at that, DC too, at doing a collage of like, oh, the Hulk is drawn by Ditko and Spider Man by Jack Kirby, or maybe vice versa, and then you know you got a John Romita Sr. doing a Wasp, and then you got. And then, you know, just a jam cover of just different. If you know the art styles, you can go, oh, Don Heck did the Werewolf by Night character or whatever, and they're all one
Yeah.
thing for a calendar or something. That's neat, and I want to do that. But you know, commissioning all these other artists, you do me a Silver Boa, you do me a you know, a Bog, you do me a Devil Flyer, and then put them all together. Wow, you got okay. That was $100. This was 200. That's 300. Whatever. And the jam
You
covers
got
can cost you
1,000.
more than just having somebody do you a cover, you know, one artist. But I kind of like, you know, that's on my bucket list. I want a collage cover.
And
You
you
know, I want to
keep
see
good
all these
pieces.
indie artists doing my characters all in one thing,
And
one
what you'll
scene.
do is you'll save anytime you get some from people, you'll put them on, you'll put them back, and then you say, okay, it's time. I've got enough to do a collage cover, you know, over time.
I don't want to
Like,
wait. That's the thing. I don't want to wait. So I've been, you know,
oh,
I
you
don't
don't
want
want
to
to
wait that
wait.
long. I don't want to wait till I'm my 5-year anniversary. I want it now. That's yeah, full blown momentum. You know, we're going strong. Um, I know we've got 3 images because I've got them in a file of the Buscema drawings from your collection that had scanned. Got them ready to print. You know, so I've been going in, and some of those are very light sketches, maybe on the back
Yeah,
of another piece. You know, um,
yeah.
and um,
They look pretty cool probably when you darken them up and you
so we
see the
darken them
actual.
up, yeah, and then also some things, you know, even from the other side of the page come through. So you have to kind of do it. How much do we want that to come through or not come through? Play with it, you know. So that's what I've been kind of doing the last couple days, you know, in my off hours. Some of it with Omer, you know, but I'm kind of getting proficient where I can do some of it myself. I trying to drill into him. I don't, you know, it's like, why don't you write this down? And he apologized to me today. He said I didn't get much rest, and I kind of took it out on you the last couple of days. But it's like I don't go by instructions. I never have. I do by doing. You know, I learn by doing. You know, and I want to understand why I'm doing something as well. You know, and once I do it enough, I will get it. You know, and I won't
Yeah,
need you. You know, working with Photoshop, but you know. Anyway, we're
right.
going to get out of here. Keep collecting. Well, we can talk behind the scenes. We don't necessarily have to get off, but or we could keep going. You know, where do you stop it? But I probably need to let Abby out again. I'd hate for her
Maybe to
to.
get
She's
some
been doing
rest,
good.
let the dogs out, get a little
Yeah, I got
rest.
to make a meatloaf. So I don't know.
Well, there you go. You got things to do.
We got
Make you
things
a
to
good
do and people
meatloaf, and then you have,
no people to see.
then
But
you have meatloaf sandwiches and all kind of good stuff.
yeah, I know you
that.
like meatloaf sandwiches. You know, I don't know why you got to
Love
add carbs to it, bread. You know, but why you can't just eat
slap
it by
some
itself
mayonnaise.
or with sides? No mayonnaise. I hate you. Not really. Did you see my little alfalfa? I couldn't get this to lay down for a dick.
Hey, I had to take a shower and do mine because mine was going.
I took a
"Bing."
shower and I come out like this. What the hell?
It happened. I
Change
had to take a
brands,
brush
Rex.
and tame it.
Loser.
You know, you got to tame it.
Anyway, yeah. Crack that whip. Anyway,
whip it good.
we'll see you later sometime.
Peace out.
Yeah, you got to labor. You know, it's Labor Day. Come on. We're running against the clock. DLA in the house saying crack it. Absolutely. Dale, you just got in. It's always good to hear. Dale is one of my favorite. You know, when you meet people, LZ, and you meet them, you know, a few times, or maybe for the first time, you go, man, I really click with this guy. You know, Omer is streaming. Oh, okay. Well, we'll keep streaming then. There we go. We want to stream. He's got his Monday night draw. So we won't,
Let's let him.
you know, over streaming too bad.
We'll come back. We'll come back after his draw.
Exactly. He'll be exhausted. But yeah, with Dale, I just, you know, I like Dale's attitude and everything. Dale's a great guy, you know.
Attitude's a lot of it.
No, I absolutely. You know, Dale's got a great attitude. He's just a great person all the way around from what I can see, and always love him. I heard that. Yeah. You know, I'm joking.
We still love you, Homer.
Yeah, we're gonna shut it down so we won't, you know, impede on your viewership.
Yeah, we don't.
Not that we had a bunch up here anyway.
Hey, all you people watching, I want y'all hopping over to Homer's stream, okay? Pick him up.
Yeah, Homer, drop the link, dude. You got a wrench? Drop the link before we get out of here. We'll wait on you.
Yeah.
Drop the link so people can jump over from here to there. And not, you know.
You can do it.
You can do it,
Make
Homer.
it easy on
No, you can. Or are you going to have me go to your show and give you a view and then, you know, drop the link? Rex Raid. There you go. Absolutely, Rex Raid.
Right. Did he drop it?
I don't know. I'm waiting to see if he does. If he doesn't, I'm on my way to getting the link myself. There he is. Monday Night Draw with co-host Aaron Moses. 6 p.m. Central.
Cool. We love you too there, home. You the man.
Here's the link to it. Have to set up so the streams feed into each other. Yeah, I beat you, buddy. I beat you at dropping the link. You're too slow. Bam. But he's trying to do the show and EFAP us, I guess. So anyway.
He's wanting to see if he can scream and then you can hop over to this guy's